3. Oh, we are here in front of. Hey, look!
Boy, my arm's tired.
It's the Arch today.
I sure hope it does.
I sure hope it does be the 60th birthday of the St. Louis Arch.
I thought it had 3 windows at the top.
Because David takes our logo literally. Behind us is the old courthouse.
That's in front of us.
And behind Ashley's the old courthouse, and if you think about it, a dome is like a 3-dimensional arch, so maybe that's a little more impressive.
Right? Somebody should completely get rid of this highway. Megan Green, Kara Spencer, Donna Bollinger, everybody on the Board of Estimates and Apportionment.
Department of the Interior, but we're outside.
Wow, isn't that great? This is our introduction to our video where we talk about the birthday.
Well, here's 2 birthdays you're going to come to find out. So, fun fact, if you haven't been up into the top of the arch since you were 5 or 6 years old, and your body's a little bit bigger than it was at 5 and 6 years old, you're going to, and if you still to this day deal with like the anxieties of just a lot of social...
David's got none of those. Roll the tape.
Can we get Junior Ranger badges?
That'd be rad.
My birthday!
Hello, we have discovered some quite incredible news. First of all, what is your name?
My name is Christine Drennan Royce. I'm from Millstadt, Illinois.
You're from Millstadt?
Yes.
And why is today so important?
It's my 74th birthday, and I was here 60 years ago when the arch was put together, and my daddy took me out of school on my 14th birthday, and we sat across on the Illinois side and watched it for about 3 hours be put together, and it was amazing, and it's memorable every year.
So you got to see the Keystone go in.
Exactly. I mean, it was really wonderful. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time that it was such a monumental moment for me, and every year it's just great.
And what school did you get taken out of?
Freeburg High School.
Oh,
There we go.
Home of the word some people don't allow people to say anymore. My brother-in-law lives there still in Freeburg. Yeah.
My granddaughter was a midget, and she was 6'3".
All right, the tallest there was.
There you go.
That's so incredible. Well, happy birthday.
Birthday.
And thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure, and thank you for the interview.
Of course.
Thank
Would you ever think you'd live to see balloons made out of stainless steel?
No, but I'll take it.
Don't like this.
No,
This
so
is not-
but if you it's like the
stairs.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah, you want to hike all those stairs?
see the elevation climb rate. While this may not be the highest peak in the national park system, short of scaling a vertical face, this is the highest rate of elevation of any of the peaks we climb. So they actually, due to weather conditions at the top, said we have to take the gondola. We were ready to walk.
We're to scale the outer wall.
We've been doing calf exercises.
This national park opened in 1966 and 65, 66. And everything mechanical looks like it is definitely from the 60s.
It is.
Yeah. No, but David, the 60s was
that noise?
the 60s was the space age.
Why are we going so fast?
The 60s was because you don't want to be in here super long. The 60s is the space age, which means it's futuristic, which means nothing can go wrong.
I feel like I'm in a Stanley Kubrick movie.
Here's the thing: if you're in a Stanley Kubrick movie, more people will be slapping you and verbally abusing you.
I'm about to meet some monkeys when I step outside.
Fuck you!
How about you act better?
We're only going 3 miles an
I'm
hour.
overcoming some fears here. This is good. To all of those who've always wanted to summit the largest peak in St. Louis, you can get over your fears pretty quickly once you have no choice.
Yeah, it's called exposure therapy, David.
Yeah.
And we know all about therapy.
I'm really. So the last time I summited a peak, It was Mount of the Holy Cross, out in Colorado.
Is this harder or easier?
This is much easier. I passed out, and this is when I discovered that I had AFib.
I don't know. It seems like you're going to pass out right about now.
Emotionally?
I think there's only one way to pass out.
I'm getting
It's
there.
physically.
No. Emotionally, I'm quite drained right now.
How does one?
A spiral staircase.
How does one? You guys were at the top. How does one emotionally pass out?
You just stay quiet for a long time after.
I think that's called zoning out.
Pass.
Oh, look, an HVAC system. 630 feet of engineering, yes.
Well, actually,
This is where we got our name.
1260 of engineering.
That's right.
He had to do both sides.
That's right.
Technically, this is not where we got our name. In the Arching would be our name if we got it from.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is welcome to In the
We
Arching.
get our name from flying a plane over it,
Hey, through it.
through it.
I did play a lot.
Didn't someone try to do that once?
Yeah, that's that. Listen, that's how we know that
Welcome
the
to-
Arch is a space-time portal, because they don't allow it anymore. And we discovered time travel by flying through the Arch. And
So is that where the multiverse started?
And Princess Di died.
no, this is exactly where Stan Kroenke killed Princess Di. Oh boy. Ooh, that wasn't. Oh. It is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Ba, ba, ba.
Sing better.
It's obviously a pretty foggy day up here. We can see literally for feet. Typically, the Arch is known as a weather control device, so they keep the fog away. But today they really need field trips, small children's emotions, crying, screaming to amplify the power of the weather control machine, and we don't have that today, so visibility is limited.
And from this side, you can get a great view of the city of St. Louis. Population 315 people. Real St. Louis facts over here. Actually, for real. I feel like I'm the only person that knew about this because every time I told a St. Louisan, hey, there's a geyser that went off all summer long for 10 minutes every day at the Arch, they were like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. But one dude, operated the Gateway Geyser for 60 years. And the other couple years ago was just like, I don't feel like doing it anymore. Now it doesn't go off anymore. Also, it was about to break and explode. But the Gateway Geyser, it's a thing. I didn't hallucinate it.
So wait, hold on. You're saying that it's broken?
It's both in desperate need of repair, and I think the National Park Service has talked about taking over that side of the river and doesn't want to repair it.
So I know
because it's set to freaking explode.
I met the dude who ran it. We went over there with a group, and he was shutting it down for the day, and actually shut it down, and then turned it back on for us. But it takes 20 minutes to get going.
Oh wow!
So he stayed around for another hour.
That's cool as hell.
For us, just to hang out and watch the Gateway Geyser. What a legend!
What a legend!
Overarching, as always, is brought to you by First Bank. Bradley, St. Louis's most bank. Not only are they the first bank, they're St. Louis's largest local bank, actually. Specifically, we're sponsored by John Charlton. Thank you, Colin, a lender with the First Bank mortgage team. If you or a loved one has ever been affected by house and need to talk to a professional about money for a house, John Charlton will be your house money man. John is even my personal house money man. That's right, and I trust him with all of my house money needs. Thank you, John Charlton. Thank you, First Bank Mortgage, for sponsoring the show.
Do you think I could do a sign flip thing with this?
Jesus. Oh, God.
Whoa! This is a shaky ride.
It's crazy. They took off the front door just to film it.
They took off the front door.
That's wild. We're here with David
And me. Also,
The other David. Yeah.
how you doing? Thanks for having us on your
Yeah,
show.
glad you're here.
What's the name of your show?
Yeah, thanks
My
for having us in
show,
your tram.
Yeah, Underarch. No,
Underarching?
what is it? Yeah, Overarching.
Overarching.
St. Louis.
In
Yeah.
the arch, in the arching,
In the arching, exactly.
just arching.
David, what's your role?
So, I get the privilege of serving here as president of Jefferson National Parks Association.
What
the
does
tiniest clap I can give?
what does George Jefferson have to do with this park?
Yeah, George. That would be Thomas Jefferson.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Wait, who's that?
if you're really from St. Louis, you know this place used to be called Jefferson National Expansion Memorial.
Preach.
And that's where our organization got its name. So it's Jefferson National Parks Association. Since then, everything's changed. There's a new name for the park, Gateway Arch National Park. But we've kind of, for now, held on to the history.
Gateway Arch National Park. GAMP.
All right, so with your organization, are you a federal employee, or are you a partner organization? Like, how does the structure of it work? Just because it sounds like in our conversation with you earlier, it's a lot more complicated than just here it's the national park, have fun.
Yeah, great question. Parks rely on partners, so a lot of different organizations. I work for a nonprofit. I lead a nonprofit that serves this park and works with actually 10 other parks. We have 11 in our region. But there's also a lot of other organizations that work here in Gateway Arch National Park just making things work every day. So the federal staff is absolutely critical. Their funding, their investment, everything is needed. But all of the partners also come along and make things work.
How many boots on the ground do you think you have in total between all partnerships?
I'm going to say hundreds. Don't hold me to a number, but it's definitely
315.
Definitely
Yeah,
hundreds.
630 feet.
And
Yeah.
there's more partner employees than there are federal employees overall, but just hundreds for sure.
Do all 11 national parks that you guys work with, are they all in downtowns of cities?
No, we've got a real interesting mix. So we actually have another one in St. Paul, Minnesota, that's downtown. But they range from historic sites to natural areas to great monuments like this.
Where's the camping area for this park?
Yeah, we're going after this. We
yeah.
need to go to our campsite. Where should we
Yeah,
head?
yeah, kind of. I don't know.
South side?
Yeah, south, way south.
Ways.
Yeah,
Han State Park.
all the good stuff happens south. So go there. Yeah.
Much agreed. I'm so curious. So 60 years. Are you from St. Louis?
Yeah, except for about my first 2 years of life. So
We'll count it.
yeah.
Same for me, actually.
That's true. And then Colin's not from here either.
First
Wait,
24 years.
So
left.
I'm the only person that's from here since birth. Haha.
So I have in my office, I have a frame picture of me and my older brother and my dad, and I'm this tall. I'm super young, so maybe two. And we're standing in front of the arch, and one of the park signs, and there's not a tree on the ground. There's barely grass on the ground. The arch is finished, so it's probably just a few years after the arch was finished.
And is that when you knew that you wanted to become king of the arch?
It was a dream. Yes, exactly. My granddad used to say. My grandson, he owns the arch. He was very convinced that I owned the arch, which
is true, which is
You know,
accurate and
I'm
factual.
a private
true.
citizen. I'm a taxpayer, but no, I don't own the arch. But
We're here on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the Arch. We obviously didn't have a podcast 10 years ago. We had the 50th anniversary of the Arch. I personally don't remember specifically what kind of celebrations. I'm sure there are big ones. I feel culturally 50 is a really significant number. So what's the big deal with 60? And will I remember this conversation 10 years from now?
Oh my God!
I don't know what you'll remember tomorrow, but
He's got to read on me.
He's got Bradley nailed, dude.
50s are big. 60s are great. 61, I don't know. Come back. We'll have you back for 61 for sure.
We'll
but
be
these
back
big
annually.
milestone, these big events are, they really are just kind of solidified in the community's mind. It's once you hit one of these markers, people just get nostalgic all of a sudden. They think, oh, I was there, or I know somebody was there, or they have pictures from their grandparents' album of when the arch was built, and it just brings back just floods of all these great memories of this very place that makes St. Louis what it is. It's just recognizable worldwide.
Now, we can't go through this whole interview without talking about the government shutdown. Are you, the arch is open right now
Yeah,
because
we're
of generous funding from where?
So we had just kind of this coalition of partners that came together, Jefferson National Parks Association, my group, kind of led the effort, lead funding. We have support from Gateway Arch Park Foundation as well, Explore St. Louis, the tourism group in town, Regional Arts Commission, and the Arch Cafe here. We all pooled money, brought the resources together to make sure that we could be open during the 60th. It would be hard to throw a party if we were not open. So it was a priority. We wanted to make sure the public could come, celebrate. Since we've reopened, we've had at least 20,000 people come through the door. So that's a success, just knowing people could come.
It's way more than 630 feet. Is that same coalition ready to come together in 5 years, just in case this happens again and the Arch is not able to collect Social Security?
Yes. So, good question. Shutdowns are a little more common. Very serious. A little more common than we'd like, of course.
Yeah.
And it's a good question. I mean, I think there needs to be a ready response for what happens. How do we make sure that the community is ready to step in if needed? We don't want to replace anything the federal government's doing. It's necessary. It's critical. All the employees, everything is so important what they do and what they provide. And we come alongside. It's just during these pretty critical moments that we've been very fortunate to have people come together to make it work.
So is it fair to
for
say
this
that
opening.
You like what they do, you just prefer when they do it?
So we each, as partners, have things that we do best. There are certain things that they do best, certain things we do best, that Bi-State, Great Rivers Greenway, these other groups that they do with excellence. And we all just work better when we're in our own zones. But like for the 60th anniversary, so many people came together from across the different groups, just stepping in, helping out, outside their lanes, doing whatever was needed to make sure that this event came off. So even if it was going to be a Park Service responsibility originally, one of the partners probably stepped in and led the effort on a particular part of the celebration. It was really kind of a unifying thing, pretty unique, but overall, it's better when we each do what we're designed to do.
Something
He's good at this.
Yeah, it's like he's hired to do a really good job at speaking. I'm extremely excited about this 60th, primarily because we might lose some very integral people soon. Like, that's just the reality of life, that had a part in making this place. And so you have some, like maybe a dozen or so individuals that are still alive that made what we have here in St. Louis that we can thank. And so this is a pretty cool year for that. Have you had a lot of interaction with those workers?
We've been fortunate. So we've been inviting the builders back. We call them the builders, for the last 20, 24,
Arrow Sarenen's
24 years.
Oh, jeez.
No, not Arrow.
Good Lord.
Sadly, he didn't see it finished.
He did not.
That's right.
But the builders, so these iron workers, the electricians, the HVAC guys, and they're all guys. I mean, they're these hardy kind of ironmen of the day. They keep coming back, and it's a smaller group every year, right?
Why?
Because of the natural way of life, right? So, but some that just, they're not with us anymore, or they physically can't make it.
Yeah.
But they come back. Their families come with him. They are, for the day, rock stars. I mean, the crowds line up. There were 100 people in line Saturday morning to get their autograph, to sign a poster, to say I was there, to talk to them, hear what they did, look at their scrapbooks that they brought, to say this was me on the top. Those having that connection and having that truly living history present in front of you, irreplaceable. I mean, it's a pretty...
I'd be kind of starstruck.
Pretty neat thing, right. And these are the humble guys. They're like, yeah, it was a job. It was like a normal thing. I just went to work at 630 feet in the air without a harness. And, just kind of hanging off, smoking or whatever. It was very different back in the day, let's say.
No OSHA.
OSHA might have been around, but let's just say...
They weren't here.
No one died, right?
Right, that's what's crazy.
So
We're
no one
talking
died.
about
We're
that.
glad no one died. But
That's unbelievable.
Someone told us at the top that the Arch was worth, but didn't cash in on 13 deaths.
Worth? Did you just say
Worth, yeah. They said it,
That was the projected
that was
number
the
when they
projected
started.
number of deaths. Yeah,
Yeah,
they said that 13 deaths were cool,
I
but
don't
no
know.
more.
Yeah, I don't know who the actuary was. That's a pretty morbid job to have, to predict how many people are going to die on a construction project. But thankfully, we defied the odds. No one died.
I still
the rest
get
is history,
absolutely
and they keep coming back.
amazed by that.
That is
Statistic.
crazy. That is crazy. Well, it's because they had a net, David.
Yeah,
You've seen it.
the ring they took from the circus.
Yeah. Did they
Yeah,
really?
so legend is there. So legend is that there was this giant net that was suspended under the bridge there that was holding the two pieces together, and that was supposedly to catch anyone that might have tripped and fallen off the edge. And they threw a big weighted bag, the workers from the top, to throw it into the net to make sure that's what would happen. And of course, it just missed. It just kept going. So
one person died on the ground.
So yeah, no one died. No one died on the ground. But yeah, I mean that was risky. I mean it's a tough job, and I think probably there's something that's always going to be special for those men to do that part of the job. To do this job in St. Louis. They probably worked on all of the great things that happened in St. Louis in that era. But what do they talk about? Where can they go back and celebrate each year? It's here.
Yeah.
So pretty great. Yeah, they are heroes in our mind. They're truly rock stars. They are the attraction.
As they should be.
The highlight, right? Today is the actual anniversary. We're celebrating it with great stuff. But it's pretty tough to compete with the guys, with the builders.
Well, we've got one more question. It is the apex, if you will, of our questions.
There's no apex.
Oh, that correct. Sorry. It's kind of a two-parter question. I'll lead with this. So we all know that the Arch is a weather control device. We're all aware. I think you're probably aware, but you probably have no comment on it. We'll just let you have that. But the one thing we all want to know is because we can't fly anything through the Arch anymore.
Not recommended.
Have we proven at that time travel is real and we do not allow people to go through anymore because it is a portal? Do you have an answer for that?
No comment.
You heard it here, folks.
Happy 6,000th anniversary to the Under Arch.
60.
And happy 60th anniversary to the Overarch.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's
Thank you, David.
Hey,
This was a
glad
pleasure.
you're here. Thanks for celebrating.
Happy birthday.
I'm Colin.
I'm David.
I'm Bradley.
And I'm David Grove, President, Jefferson National Parks Association.
And this is In the Arching.
I'm doing good.
What do you see, David?
Everything's fine. It's the protected bike lane. Hey, what time is the tram back down?
Not for another 3 hours.
Oh!